G'day folks, it's Tony here again for Let's Play Caves of Quud and the ironic adventures of Blonq the Unkillable. So we finally made it, everybody. We're at the Rust Wells. I was going to zoom out and show you, but there are hostiles nearby, so we can't go to the map. The hostile in question would be this baboon. From atop its sunning boulder, this small monkey peers at you with eyes full of curiosity. Two puffs of grey fur billow out from either side of its face. It's equipped with a vicious bite, an iron longsword, that's kind of terrifying, and a small stone. Trivial difficulty, but they do throw rocks at you, and that can be quite a problem. But in terms of how much of a problem, let's find out. That was a terrible throw. Just dreadful. Come back. I just want to be your friend. See? Iron longsword. 5 penetration, 1d4. Not really worth it. Alright. So, as I said at the end of the previous Let's Play, somewhere around here will be an entrance heading down into the Rust Wells. It's possible there may be some goats cruising around. And apparently some snapjaws too. Nice. And we're going to try and find some copper wire. And then when we find the entrance to the cave, we're going to drop our existing chest that we have with us. And we're going to put the copper wire in it. And then anytime we find any other copper wire, we're going to, as quickly as we can, come back to the chest and put the wire away. The reason we're going to do this, and there is some copper wire right now, the reason we're going to do this is that there is going to be a great deal of kudzu around on these maps. And they can rust the copper wire, which is exactly what we don't want. Baboon. A hulking baboon, which I assume is a tougher version, and a leech. Okie dokie. Let's do this, folks. Keep on coming. Just going to freeze you a little bit. Leech first. Yes, leech first. Then baboon. And then other baboon. Nice. Is there anything worth looting there? It's not going to let me look because the auto look is a pain in the butt. So let's find out. Nope. 1 foot. 1 lousy foot of copper wire. So the wire comes in various lengths. We need 200 feet of it. We've just found 1 foot. Occasionally these will be 50 foot. But 2 out of 2 so far are only 1 foot long. We could be here for a while, folks. But that's alright. Haven't seen the entrance yet. It's possibly going to be somewhere in the middle of the map, but I'm going to move around the periphery and we're going to try and get as much of this clear as we can. Slender cloth overalls. That's going to be lighter than other items. What are we currently wearing? A leather apron, 2 and 0 versus a 1 and 2. Do I want to lose 1 armor value? I really don't at this point. Those jilted lovers could give us all sorts of grief. Alright, here is the downward stairs. Let's kill that first. Farewell, jilted lover, eventually. Alright, how about we pop our... Whoops. How about we pop our chests down just here. And then we open it. And we're going to put our 2 feet of wire strand in there. And anything else that's going to be taking up a ton of weight. Probably not a heap right now. I haven't picked up all that much. Whoa, are we low on water? No, we're not. Whew. I was a bit worried there for a moment when I saw 1 dram of fresh water at the bottom of the screen. Alright. Farewell, baboon. What else have we got around here? just going to do a scan for the rest of the map. I know it's a bit tedious, but if there is any more copper on the surface, I definitely want to grab it now, because the less that we have to continue crawling around underground here, the better will be. There's a lot more dreadroots around in the open here than I usually see. And a bit of copper, 2 pieces of copper, very nice. 50 feet, love it. Perfect. More of that, thank you. That's not what I asked for, but I'll take it anyway. And here's a goat. Cute little goat. It chews cud without a care for the mess in its tangled beard. Heh, classic goat. All dreadroot must perish. Goodbye. Come on, I'm going for one more piece of copper wire up here, thank you. Witchwood wreath, yes please. Don't think there's any more. Oh well. Let's carefully, without going adjacent to any kudzu, make our way back to the chest, drop the loot into it, and keep on cruising. And because I'm automatically keeping my eyes peeled for a treasure chest, I just saw our chest here. And what? Oh man, I forgot to transfer the things before. I just saw the chest there before and went, I think I would like to loot that, please. 53. All right, we've got 53 feet in there. And now we can make our way down into the rust wells and see what we find. And what we find is many jilted lovers on the walls. Ugh. One of which is completely unavoidable. Ouch. That might be fresh water on the ground. I will never know, because auto-look is not cooperating. Ugh. Well, at least they're shooting some of the things that are trying to kill me. I'm really pleased to have such a decent dodge value when there are that many ranged things attacking in an underground setting. Now, believe it or not, I have actually found, I believe, our rest until healed button. Let's see if it works. Yeah, we did it. If we put our minds to it, we can do anything. Now, I think this here is going to be fresh water. Oh, I'm so sick of that. Alright, let's try again. It is indeed 10 drams of fresh water, not to be confused with the 2,000 drams of salty water. Now, when we're going to loot things, we press the G button, but you can also loot from adjacent tiles by pressing Control G on my laptop keyboard layout. Then we're going to select the direction. We're going to indicate which container we're going to put things in, and we're going to take all 10 drams of that free money lying around on the ground. I'm wondering if there's going to be even more. Really not hitting that. If there's going to be even more further down in the cave. These things do tend to come in patterns. Can we get through here? Kind of, yes we can. And now that everything else is out of line of sight, let's use our freezing hands and move in and take care of business. Well done. Quite unusual in my limited experience of playing this game to have so many of these snapjaws without hitting a big bad yet. Iron mace. When things die right on top of one another too, it can be quite challenging to sift through the huge list of loot that drops. I much prefer it when they don't die on the same square. So here's our stairs down. We're not going to go down there anytime soon. We're going to keep rolling and clear as much of the floor as possible. Because, as we've just discovered, there's most likely going to be copper wire lying around. Ugh. Salty water. Never mind. More copper. Copper everywhere. 3 feet. Ow. 50 feet. Tremendous. So the very first thing that we're going to do is find a way to get back up to the top and stash that 50 feet of copper. Because almost without fail, if something gets rusted, it's going to be the last thing that we want. Store an item. Where are you? All right. That one. That one. We now have 106 feet, so we're more than halfway there. It'll be good to have that out of the way so that if we want to keep exploring, we can do so without having to stress about losing copper. Farewell, Dreadroot. I never knew ye. It's quite claustrophobic in this map. Kudzu stem, yes. Iron battle axe, also a yes. So much salty water. Dreadroot tuber. I should look up what they do. I just recall them being important for something. Interesting. Is that it for this cave? Really? How do we get back this way past there? It is. It's okay. Fairly simple floor of the Rustwells here. Cave spider. We'll take them down first. Sometimes when I come through here, if I'm feeling particularly bold, or if I'm at a slightly lower level than we are now, I would be killing all of the kudzu to try and farm experience, but it's really not worth it given our current state of affairs. Snapjaws are mostly trivial for us now, which is a nice place to be, but again, the moment you get cocky, the game's probably going to slap you. Is that fresh water? Nope. It's close though. Brackish. One step better than salty. Stairs down. Well done. More snapjaws. Without a giant big bad yet. We're going to go Control G. We're going to pick up that Dreadroot tuber without moving adjacent to the Jilted Lover. Some copper wire. Is this hallway free? Yes, it is. And only 3 feet, but it's 3 less feet to find elsewhere. So we're more or less at the point here where we're starting to leave. We can't move past that large boulder. Where we're starting to leave a lot of loot on the ground. And I mean, that's to be expected eventually. Part of it for me in this exact moment is that I'm having to carry so much copper that the last thing I want to be doing is adding to the burden. Freeze that eyeless crab. I don't think I read the text for an eyeless crab yet. Let's try it out. Eyeless crab. This squat ivory crab has evolved a heightened sense of hearing in order to perceive its surroundings in the lightless nooks it inhabits. It's equipped with 2 massive crab claws, and it's not feeling in a great way because we've been hitting it repeatedly for a while now. Done. And we got some nice food from it. Good work. Not really all that much up here, but that's fine. Good, good, good. Let's heal up. And let's walk around those so we don't get stuck in them, even though it's reasonably trivial to get out of them. Again, at the wrong moment, it doesn't end well. 50 feet. Beautiful. Perfect. Oops. Good, good, good. How much of it do we have now? Another 56 feet. That's not going to be enough. I don't really want to run all the way back up to the top. Maybe this will do it. Nope. Still not enough. Let's keep poking our way around. We're close to the stairs. Close-ish. But we've still got more than half the map to explore. Surely we can find the rest of it here. In which case, I will definitely run it back. Ow, 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 ow. I'll definitely run it back so that we can just concentrate on exploring and hitting stuff with a big stick. Big sharp stick. Top work, team. More copper. Lovely. Yeah. Not what I had in mind. Thank you. Thank you again. And another 3 feet. I am disappointed. Can't get through that way. Oh, yes, we can. Watch my moves. Hooah! Beautiful. There's one more up this way. Ooh, hello. Let's try taking this Conduit out from the corner. Done. And then we'll use our freezing hands on this fine fellow. And didn't even get any loot from the warlord. Oh well. Ow! How rude. I'm really hoping that there's a boss down here. Nope. Sorry, folks. Maybe next time. Alright. Gonna move past the stairs back up. Work our way all the way across here to the stairs down. And I believe just one more spool of 50 feet of wire would do it for us. What is that? A spark tick. Ugh. The thing's pulvilli crackle and pop to an aharmonic rhythm. It caroms from spot to spot, galvanized by a primordial impulse. What beautiful verbs. Carom. Carom, harom. It's like we're an ant. Let's use freezing hands. I think these things can explode, which is not great. But we killed it, and we didn't take any damage, and we got 150 experience points. I am pretty happy with that. Ugh. So much copper. Come on now. Come this way. Thank you. It's nice when people listen. It really is. 1 foot. Ugh. Knoll worm skull. I think that's what we're already wearing. It is. Come on, folks. I'm here for your copper. Give me all your copper. Nice. I hope I'm not going too quickly for you. It's just that we've made our way through so many snapjaws now that beautiful. We've made our way through so many snapjaws now that I don't think that a blow-by-blow description of hitting things again is going to be terribly good to listen to. 113 feet. That should be more than enough. Now, because we are underground, I think if I hit the minus button to zoom up again, it's going to ask us if we wanted to auto make its way to the nearest stairwell. We're going to hit yes and see what happens. Nice. I anticipate that works the same way that that walking above ground does. And yes, it has stopped us now that we can see jilted lovers, so that's good. We're going to open the chest. We're going to press plus to store items in it. We're going to put all the rest of this in there. And then we're going to make our way back down and keep exploring. Oh, to transfer. Good, good, good. Now let's see if the plus button does the same. Will do as soon as we're out of line of sight. Yes, please. Back into the depths we go. Quite a nifty little feature. All right, so we're back to where we were previously. Not encumbered by all that copper wire, and safe in the knowledge that if we get hit by a kudzu, we're not potentially going to lose a whole stack of copper, because that can be super frustrating. We'll take this warlord down, and then we're going to try taking this warrior down. Bring freezing hands off cooldown so that he can't hit us back easily. Beaded bracelet. I'm going to take anything that's got masterwork in front of it. And that hat doesn't weigh much, so sure, why not? More copper wire in the corner. 1 foot. I don't know if we can sell it, but I guess now's as good a time as any to find out. And by sell it, I mean after we've used it to complete the quest. So Argyve is trying to make a kind of a... There was an explosion there. Kind of a future techie sort of device. And that's where the quite interesting... oh, boarskin gloves, thank you. Sort of the interesting setting that we're in here, where it feels like an oldie school sort of Dungeons and Dragons style game, but we've got, you know, rifle turrets, and we've got carbide materials, and we have one of the main NPCs here building quite literally a telecommunications radio, and quite soon who will also essentially give us a teleporter. So it's a nice blend of past and future. I guess much in a similar style to what Star Wars was as well, with the lived-in universe and the long time ago, but kind of in the future thing. Freezing hands are really handy for taking out exploding enemies in combination with our arrows. Kudzus and narrow, scary corridors. Dread roots. We've seen all these things before, and we've seen combinations of them before. Hopefully at some point we're going to run into something odd and unexpected that's going to make for fascinating viewing. Bronze short sword. Ugh, moved too far. What's up this way? Hello. I have a donation. Kind of a waste of arrows. So much text. Alright, we did it, folks. We've gained a level and are now level 8. 7 more hit points, 78 skill points, 1 mutation point. And you know what that means? That's going to bring us to the point where we can roll a new mutation. Sounds great, right? But before we do that, let's keep exploring this cave. Another 1 foot of copper wire. And I believe that is the whole of the complex. Let's head back over here towards the stairs down. And then we're going to spin up ourselves a mutation. All right, here we are. Check the skills first. 126 skill points remaining. And the next thing that we want to get is block, because it's going to give us a charge bonus with our shield equipped, and shield slam as an ability is always going to be handy anyway. So we should now have, yes, shield slam in our skills. I believe charging strike is not part of charge, so charge will be in another area. Let's find out where that is. I suspect it will be under tactics. Hurdle, charge, yes it is. 17 strength, we can do that. So with another 50 skill points we'll get tactics, and another 150 we'll get charge. So we need to get up to 200. It's probably going to be a few levels away yet, but that's okay. But that's not why we're all here, is it? We are here for rolling a new random mutation now that we have 4 mutation points, but I'm sorry to say, folks, we are getting close to the end of the video. Let's do it now anyway. Yes, I would love to do that, thank you. Okay, here are our 3 options. These should all be physical mutations because we selected Chimera when we rolled this character so many moons ago. So these 3 things are going to give us options along that front. Stinger, with paralyzing venom. Corrosive gas generation, releasing a gaseous burst around ourselves. And electromagnetic pulse. You generate an EMP that disables nearby artifacts and machines. I think we're going to go for electromagnetic pulse so that we can take out turrets. Because there was that turret in that building previously that we couldn't do anything about. We now have level 1 electromagnetic pulse. Duration 6 to 15 rounds, and we'll bump up from 8 to 17 the next time we give it a boost. All right, we're at time now, folks, so we're going to leave it there. Thank you all so much for watching. If you would like to subscribe to the channel or give us a like or leave a comment, you can do so below. I'm also on a video games analysis podcast called The First 10 Minutes, which you can find at www.thefirst10minutes.com. You can also find us on iTunes, etc., etc. If you want to find the show on Twitter, it's at The First 10 Minutes. If you want to find me on Twitter, it's at Kalinskald. That's Kalinskald. If you're enjoying this and have something lovely to say, I would love to hear from you. I also do a game developer interview podcast called Downloadable Context, which you can find at downloadablecontext.com or on Twitter at DLContext. So thank you all very much, kind viewers, for watching this Let's Play Caves of Qud, and return soon for more of the ironic adventures of Blonq the Unkillable.